The Olympic silver medalist, Georgia Hunter-Bell of Great Britain, will be having to make a decision, really, as will all of the athletes, because Faith Kipyegon is going to go so fast here. The only question mark for me, Jess Hull, I'm pretty sure will go with it, the Australian, who is fearless with her running and is in great shape. She's been training in Flagstaff, says she's ready to go here, knows what to expect, knows what's going to happen, knows how hard it's going to be, knows how fast it's going to be. When Jess Hull hung on to Kipyegon in the Paris Diamond League last year, that was a big step forward for her, pulled her away from everybody else, smashed her own personal best, and then used that to go on and break 2,000 meter world record, and then takes the silver medal. That's the silver medal for Georgia. Georgia was the bronze medalist. Kipyegon then. Well, many of you may have watched last week where she tried to break the 4-minute mile, first woman ever to do it. That was always going to be a tough ask, but she went for it. But the manner in which she went for it has certainly given her enough information that would suggest, and actually there's a photo of her passing 1,500 meters in that race where she's quicker than the current world record. It was at 48.3, 48.9. So she knows she can do it. What will the wind do here? She's only got one pacer and wants to be on the inside, and says after that it's up to me. So we shall find out. That wind has just dropped momentarily. The back straight, the three flags, the big flags are just hanging rather limply. That might be a good sign. Women's 1,500. Faith Kipyegon right on the inside. The pace we're being asked for, she's asked for, is around 2:3, so it's nothing silly. We set that up nicely. She knows how strong she can finish in the latter stages. So the others, Jess Hull, no surprise. Nikki Hiltz moves over. Well, Teji, the Ethiopian, who again runs in a way, in a fashion where she knows nothing else really but to go with the pace as well. So Faith, Jess, Well, Teji, Ajori, Hiltz. The others will just have to hang in there, but just hoping conditions just settle here for Faith Kipyegon.
Well, they all knew it was coming, Steve, but psychologically they've been able to prepare for this. They knew it was going to be quick. They go through 300 metres there in about, what, 46 and a half seconds. So it is going to be quick. It's going to be around 62 for the first 400 metres, there or thereabouts. Hull right on her heels. And I've just got a feeling that Hull might be a bit more of a challenger than many people expect, because I didn't think Faith Kipyegon, by her own standards, looked that brilliant in that time trial last week in Paris. We shall see. So we know she's the greatest middle distance runner the world has ever seen, but I didn't think she looked absolutely on song in Paris. There may be an opportunity here for the others.
Well, you know, she did go for something that was, you know, pretty much impossible, but she went through that first 1,000 in that mile attempt very quick and was bound to pay. But you're right, you know, I think we're going to see her just be sensible here, and that's why already we've got only 3 going with her. Hayalu's in great form as well, such great range. And the likes of Hunter-Bell and others have just decided to slot in for the back. Sarah Healy, training partner, the Irish woman there, just stepping out a little bit. So they went through there, Tim, in about 1:48. That means she's got to run 2 minutes for the last 800.
2 minutes 2:01. I know, yeah, it's going to be very tough indeed. I'm surprised the others, no other names have gone with this. Georgia Hunter-Bell, who looked fabulous winning an 800 in Stockholm a couple of weeks back. I'm surprised she hasn't been a little more aggressive, because that gap is huge between Teji in 4th place and the pack. It's about 15 or 17 metres as Nikki Hiltz takes it up at the front of the main pack, just out of picture. That's a huge gap with a lap and a half to go. It's kind of deja vu in the men's race.
Pacemaker steps aside. Faith Kipyegon says, then it'll be up to me. Well, it's up to you and Jess Hull here, because the Australian is doing what she did in the Paris Diamond League around about this time last year. Faith Kipyegon right up there with the green lights, but not ahead of the green light. And she really would want to be able to not watch those lights, just extending away slightly. It's going to have to be a sub-60 last lap if she's going to break the world record. Kipyegon.
Going to be very tough indeed, Steve. Hull breathing down neck, feeding off here. It's like Hull has got a pacemaker for 3 laps and more. It'll be fascinating to see if she can stay with her here. This is critical, this back straight stretch.
And Kipyegon kicks at 300 to go, and all of a sudden there's a gap there. Well, Teji is still trying to hang on to Jess Hull, who bravely tried to stay with Kipyegon. Now it's the Kenyan against the clock. The time that she wants to beat is her own world record, 3:49.04. Those lights tell you where she needs to be. She's about 3 meters behind them. Has she got anything in the home straight? Can she catch it up? Can she chase the clock? Well, Teji moves past Hull to take second place. The crowd are on their feet. She's got a chance here. Faith Kipyegon is chasing it down. If she breaks it, it won't be by much. Faith Kipyegon going for the world record. Has she got it? Yes, she has! By a few tenths. She turns, she points. I did it. I've got it again. The world record in the 1500 meters, 3:48.68 for this brilliant Kenyan. She didn't go crazy this time. She was steady, sensible, patient. Hull stayed with her for as long as she could. Well, Teji ran brilliantly as well, and those two rewarded with very quick times. Georgia Hunter-Bell came through for a very strong fourth place at 3:54 ahead of Nikki Hiltz, but they will all once again come and congratulate this brilliant runner.
Well, Steve, that was an astonishing last lap. Her last 300, indeed her last 300 was 44 seconds exactly. Inside 60-minute pace, inside 4-minute mile pace. This is where she turned on. Here she was slightly behind the lights. Between about 120 to go and about 60 to go, she caught the lights and was past them. You can see them there on her heels. She stays ahead of them. It's like they're pushing her forwards through the last 50. Dips across the line. Absolutely brilliant. Held her form so well down the home straight. That was the Kipyegon I think we didn't see last week. She looked fresher, she looked more powerful, more fluid there than a week ago or 10 days ago or so in Paris. Quite supreme from Kipyegon. 3:48, another barrier, the second world record of the day.
Yeah, I love her reaction as well. I mean, you know, this still means something to her. Everything that she's done, as fast as she's done, everybody's saying before she came here today, she's going to break the world record. World records are not easy, doesn't matter who you are, and she's as pleased as anybody to have done it here in Eugene. Last week was hard, last week was tough, it was groundbreaking. This is groundbreaking in a different way, and she'll continue, I think, to push women's middle distance running, but that 1500 now is getting, it's moving away from 350, isn't it? Good performances behind her. You saw that, as I said, in the terms of the times. We'll just confirm all of that. But this, there's another piece of history. 2 world records. We began with that women's 5,000 and now this, Tim.
Yeah, Quebec, 13:58.06, the first ever sub-14-minute 5,000. There is another barrier broken, 3:49. Homing in on 3:45, 60 seconds per lap, and then the sub-4-minute mile beckons, dangling in the distance. Maybe a few years away yet, but this lady was a barrier breaker again and again. So impressive, Steve. Threatened by Hull until 300 to go, and then she cut loose, ripped through that last 300. Quite spectacular.
So much to look back on here in Eugene. It's been another incredible meeting at the Pre-Classic, a great celebration of 50 years of wonderful athletics, and what a way to finish it in the distance running. Chebet's world record in the 5,000, Kipyegon's world record in the 1,500 meters. We almost had a world record in the women's steeplechase as well. Lots to look back on, but of course it means that, well, we just move on. It's a World Championship year, more Diamond Leagues to come, and we'll be heading towards Monaco, back into Europe for our next leg.